Some breaking news.
Some breaking news.
And in breaking news...
Breaking news.
Huge breaking news.
Breaking news, of course. You've just witnessed history.
I've got goosebumps here in the commentary box.
What a moment.
All drama, all action.
It's history of the best kind.
Well, where should I start?
What could you say about buttermilk?
What can I say about buttermilk? I think, well, you have to look back to when I first saw buttermilk, really. Oh, he was a tough horse. I remember that. That's why I was drawn to him in the first place. His mother was a breeding horse, and you know, there's been a lot of father figures in and out of his life, which is as tough as you can imagine. I just knew that this horse was special. I just got it the first time I saw him. There was a little quirk of something, a little bit of magic about him that I really loved, and I just had to have him. That's how it started.
When you think of the word legend, you think of the name Buttermilk. When I saw him in his very first race, I was a fan ever since then.
It was astonishing, really.
He was such a superstar. Everywhere he went, he lit up the track.
He was totally competitive. It was absolutely wonderful. And he hadn't really trained at all. I hadn't even had him that long, and you could immediately see that there was that something about him. Like I said, if you see it, you see it. I mean, in that race, it was perfect. I mean, it made my heart jump, actually.
So after that first race, he became an international sensation overnight.
Everyone wanted a piece about him. His career started to branch out.
He was a star on the track and a star off the track.
Front cover of everything. Pro Sports Illustrated. He was in talk shows. Everybody wanted to speak to him.
So you couldn't look at a screen, a magazine or a newspaper without seeing his face. He was just that big.
You looked at the stars that he was with, and you could see that the status that Buttermilk had arrived at. The problem, the sadness with this, is that there was a dark side. There was a dark side to all of this. It was outrageous, in my opinion. People just want to get a piece of him, and they start digging. They really start digging around, and they're looking for stuff. They're looking for things to bring that person down.
Oh man, the tabloids were such liars. They didn't leave him alone.
I remember there was this journalist. He always took it too far. Always took it too far. Brian Heffler.
I was giving the people what they wanted.
There was this rumour about, you know, mint and sugar. You know, the fact that Buttermilk was addicted to these substances.
Who doesn't like a bit of mint and sugar every now and again?
I mean, Bobby didn't want to believe it. He was his coach.
I knew deep down something was going on.
Once the rumours started spreading around, the tabloids could not wait to get that incriminating photo.
Couldn't go around a street corner without people poking cameras or following.
In my head, I needed that photo, whatever it took.
I knew it was getting to him. Looking back, you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. I could have done more. I failed. At the moment when Buttermilk really needed me, I failed. Oh, do you know, I can't, so I'm sorry. I can't finish. It's very emotional for me, I'm sorry.
Hello. I'm Greg's neighbor. Greg's long time my friend. He couldn't stick with anything. Always something new every week. His wife was very angry woman. This race is very important for him. He tried to prove himself.
What was your first impression of Greg?
He was kind of funny looking, like if John McEnroe ran like Forrest Gump. I was genuinely concerned that he might break something or hurt himself somehow. I found out that beforehand he trained by racing pigs, sheep, other small farm animals before he decided to take on horses.
He thought he beat the goat.
I kind of respected him for that.
The stakes were high that day.
Oh man, I was really nervous for him. There was something different about this race. I could feel it that, he looked really jittery as well.
There was a lot of pressure on Buttermilk after all that had gone before. Everything I think was just going through his head. I could tell he'd just taken something beforehand. That came as a shock to me, actually. And anyway.
There was this one guy with a banner. Absolute joke.
I made banner for him.
Yeah, Greg stood out. The tracksuit was tacky, the headband was tacky, the wristbands were tacky, the socks were tacky, even his smile was tacky.
He was ready.
When the race started, everything was going perfectly.
The race is really hotting up now. Buttermilk is a bit jittery. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, what's that we see? A runner catching up to Buttermilk. Everyone but Buttermilk and his mystery runner is behind.
And then it happened.
He's down. Buttermilk is down. I can't believe this.
He just fell.
And what's this? The mystery runner sees his opportunity and he's slagging it. He's done it. He's actually done it. Man finally beat her horse.
I mean, even I was shocked.
I really wanted to go over there and tear up that banner. Sometimes I lay awake at night just thinking about it.
Looking back, I could have handled things differently. And maybe things would have ended up different for Buttermilk.
I was so happy. His wife knows so much. In the end, it didn't change anything between him and his wife. I was very proud for him. I was very proud. He was so happy.
You're seeing it here right now. History in the making has just happened. Unbelievable.